you know, carrying everything up and then doing those 2 letters sideways like that, it was super tiring. So by the time I got to the E, I was like, man, it's gonna take, I'm not gonna be able to finish. I'm gonna be here like all day, and I had to go to work after that. So I ended up seeing the ledge, so I ended up walking out so I can finish faster. So yeah, that wasn't my intention to walk out, but it had to be done.
Again, it's a skyscraper, over 50 floors. You're doing walkouts. Before you go on this dangerous mission, do you leave a note for your family in case anything happens? Does any of that stuff cross your mind?
It does, but I don't leave a note because my intentions are to come back.
Does it ever cross your mind that maybe this mission might be too dangerous and you just abort the mission?
No, it doesn't cross my mind.
When you get there, are there cops all over surrounding? It seems like the cops are surveilling that place 24/7 nowadays. But since you were one of the early ones, was it hot? Because after the first or second day, it felt like everyone was going in there.
Yeah, no, when I went, it was dead. Like, I was able to get in and out with no issues.
Parking's a bitch in downtown. Does someone drop you off? Do you park?
Someone dropped me off.
What supplies do you have with you?
So I had my extension pole. If it was longer, I could have went bigger like I originally planned, but it was only like 15 feet long. So I had my stick. I had a duffel bag with 2 gallons in there. I had 3 sponges, 3 handles, and 3 trays, because my original plan was to do a border color around it. So it was supposed to be 3 colors. And I also had a separate bucket that had 2 gallons in there for the fill. So it was 4 gallons I had to carry up all the way up there.
Wow.
And my bag with my camera gear.
Wow. How do you get in the towers to begin with? It still had fencing all around it. They were fixing the fencing. How do you manage your way inside? With all that equipment especially.
So there was a hole that was right there on 12, and it was pretty big, so I was able to get in there through that hole without any issues.
Now, there's 3 towers that are being bombed at the time. Why do you decide to hit the 3rd one?
Because it's the highest.
Once you get inside the lobby, do you see any other riders in there? What's the situation like? Can you describe it for us? What does it look like inside there?
Yeah, so it looks kind of like an abandoned city. It's pretty crazy because how big it is. I ran into a few guys down like in the parking lot area, the 3rd floor or so right there. And then most of the guys, I ran into them going up in the stairs, like about good 20, 30 guys I ran into.
Are people talking to each other? Are you guys asking who you are, who's who? Is everyone just ignoring each other?
No, yeah, names are getting, thrown around and stuff.
Can you mention a couple names you ran into up there?
I don't remember a lot of names, man. I was pretty tired.
Was it all tagged up in there? Was it clean? Was it dangerous? In the news, they're saying it's very dangerous. They don't want people to get hurt in there.
Well, through the stairs, it was pretty clean. Besides the tagging on the walls, the balconies. I mean, there's like some wires to protect them, but yeah, just at the balconies is pretty dangerous. Inside, I mean, you can trip, over material that has been left there, but other than that, it's not too bad.
As you said, you chose the 3rd tower because it's the tallest, the highest, but you had all this equipment with you. Can you tell us about your journey up 50 flights of stairs with all that equipment? What was that like? Because that seems like a challenge in its own.
Yeah. So it was pretty tough. I think about like the 25th floor, almost the 30th floor, like I started to take a rest like every 3 floors, because man, this shit was like getting me super tired. And so as I kept meeting some guys, I'm not good at remembering people's name unless I'm mentioning it more than once or twice, So there was a few guys that I met, and they're some fans of mine, and we were taking a break together, and then they happened to help me carry my paint, So there was 3 guys, and they got my paint, and they helped me out, I wish I could remember their names. I think I have the video on my GoPro, so I got to go back and watch it, and give them a shout out. I appreciate that shit. They helped me out like 20 floors carrying my paint, so that helped me big time, or else it would have took longer than an hour to get up there.